Okay, guys, this is one of the first items that we sold on April 15th. It was this pottery mug that I picked up at the bins for 39 cents. For any dinnerware, they charge you 39 cents a piece. This one was a Mark Thorson piece made in 1990. There's the date on it. And yeah, it's a nice little mug, large mug. It's 16-ounce mug, so it holds quite a bit of liquid. But that sold fairly quickly. Next item, and we got a slight delay here, is this Avon Lips lip gloss. It's kind of hard to say this early in the morning. Anyway, this was my wife's when she was a girl, and she was helping her parents clean out her house and actually found a whole bag of these Avon lip gloss. And so I ended up listing this, the lips separately, because it was appears to be more collectible than the other items. So I listed this separately. There was one that sold for $29. So I listed this one at $29.99, hoping to get a best offer, which we did. We got an offer within a day, and we accepted it. It was $20, and we could have held out for more, but again, it's something that has just been sitting, didn't even know we had. So we were happy with $20 for that, plus shipping. And it's real light, so it went first class. Next item up was this lamp. I picked this up at the bins, so I paid 49 cents for this. I did have to search around for the shade of it. It's a marble base brass. I think it's called Boulé lamp or something like that. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. But I did find the parts for it. Works fine. It is a little worn and aged. Gives it some character. I listed all of that. I disclosed all of that in the listing. So, and of course, the big challenge with that is shipping. But fortunately, this was a smaller lamp and could fit in a normal size box, so we didn't have to pay extra for the shipping. So that was a good deal. And then this is the other 4 lip gloss, Avon lip gloss that my wife found, and these sold for full asking price of $19.99 plus shipping of $7.50. And so there's 4 different ones in this: the little hamburger, the Coke bottle, and the gum, and the last was this like mirror lip, kind of like lipstick holder type thing. So that was fun. So she got $40 out of her little Avon lip glosses, probably close to 40 years later. So unexpected surprise. The next item we sold was this pewter golf sculpture that I found. This one I did buy at one of the Goodwill stores. I paid a couple dollars for it. Don't remember exactly. It is signed on the bottom. 1972, and sold this for $15.99. I did have this for quite a long time. I think I bought this back in November when I first started selling stuff. So I was glad to finally sell that. This is a couple prints that I picked up at the bins. It is on one of my haul videos. I had these less than a month. I picked these up at the beginning of March, or middle of March, somewhere in there, I don't know. These are from 1974, issued by the Mead Johnson Company. They were still in the original sleeve. The sleeve was a little dinged up, but funny enough, the prints were in great shape, so I don't know how that happened. But anyway, sold for $20 plus shipping. Good deal there. Here's Mrs. Tiggy Winkle Takes a Tea, a Royal Albert figurine. This one I actually found a box when I was shopping at one of the local Goodwills, and it was just a box sitting on the shelf, and the box said $5.99. So I opened the box, and inside everything was still wrapped in tissue paper or napkins or whatever it was. And so I unwrapped one and saw it was a figurine, and thought, well, the whole box is full. There's a lot of figurines here, so they'll probably be less than $1 each. So I decided to go ahead and take a chance on it, brought them home, and found out that these were the Beatrix Potter series. There's a lot of them. very collectible. So I had 4 left starting April, and I ended up selling all of the last 4 in April. This was one of those. She sold for $20 plus shipping. Then I found this plate, what I thought was a plate, at the bins, and I didn't list it for a long time because I wasn't sure exactly what it was, because I thought it's not a normal plate because it doesn't sit flat on the surface. It is hand painted from Germany. And then I happened to notice that Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, on one of his videos, he showed this tea set where the teapot actually had a trivet, or a underplate for the teapot. And it looked exactly like this one, different design, but exact same shape and specification. So I was like, oh, that's what it is. And so then I listed it, and it sold fairly quickly. I only listed for $8.99. So it sold fairly quickly, which was nice. It was good to know and learn something new about what it was. Next item is this willow tree. Parent one is called New Life. It's from 2000. Found this at the bins as well. Had that for a while, but it sold. It's very nice. Here's another one of those Beatrix Potter figurines. And it was funny how I sold 3 of them like within 3 days. It was just one right after the other. It was kind of funny. But this one sold. I started my end of the month sale of April. I've been doing 25% off the last week of the month. So for March I did that, for April I did that. And I sold quite a few items during that period. So I think it is helping to give that discount, which again, I'm all about moving things quickly. So this sold for $11.24 plus shipping. This is a part of my personal car collection that I had. I had hundreds and hundreds of die-cast cars of various sizes, shapes, colors, and everything. And so I've been clearing them out because they've just been sitting in storage since we moved the last year. Not using them, don't plan on ever displaying them again. So I said it's time to go. So this was just a lot of like Hot Wheels, Matchbox, miscellaneous stuff in various conditions. Sold for $11.25 with my 25% off plus $9.20 in shipping. So it's good to get rid of a large lot of them there. And here's the last of the Beatrix Potter figurines, Rebecca Puddle Duck. Again, sold during my 25% off sale for $7.49. So the total I made for all 7 figurines that were in that box, I made a total of $90, which I thought was great. You know, for a $6 investment, can't ask for more than that. So I was quite happy. And again, sold them, probably it took 2 months to sell all 7 figures. So not a bad return at all. I was happy about that find. This is an item I found at the bins. It was a little necklace just sitting in the bottom. It was actually just the pendant. The necklace there was no chain attached to it, just the pendant. But I happened to flip it over. It said sterling on the back, so I picked it up. Again, it probably weighs, I probably paid 10 cents for this because it does not weigh hardly anything. But then I also noticed it's signed B.E. Nelson, who happens to be a local Minnesota silversmith artist. He does a number of pieces like this. This is more kind of a tribal art figurine. And so when I got home, or when I listed this, I did add a chain to it, a sterling silver chain. There you can see the 925 with it, just to add a little more appeal to it. Now, this also sold during my 25% off sale. This one actually was a local pickup. Excuse me. And so we didn't have to deal with shipping. We just arranged for a pickup. So that was nice. Save some additional money. Here's a Currier and Ives lithograph. Now this one, I should not have used the term original on there. It confused some people. I did get some correspondence on it. But I put that on there because I do not believe that it was one of the later reprints of this. I do believe it is an earlier print, but I am not a Currier and Ives expert. And so I corresponded back and forth to the person who actually bought this. And they bought it we corresponded before I put my stuff on sale, and then they purchased it afterwards. So I felt good about, you know, the fact that we corresponded and had full disclosure, so they knew exactly what was going on. Because I told them I do not know exactly when this was produced, although I do believe it was a much earlier print than the 1950s, when it was another reprint time frame. Anyway, so happy to sell that one again. This one I picked up at the bins. Here's some more of my personal cars that sold. So yeah, this is a Art Nouveau frame that I picked up at the bins. I was excited to find this. This was the guy that was originally in the frame, so I just left him in there. Nice looking guy. From, you know, turn of the last century. It is a swivel frame, which what was unusual is it swivels on, you know, it pivots from the top and the bottom. Most of them pivot from the sides on the swivel frame. So this one was more unusual. I didn't find another one like it anywhere, and the frame itself was in excellent shape with almost no wear or chips, very little to the finish. You know, but the paper backing was starting to come off a little bit, but that's pretty amazing considering it's, you know, over 100 years old. So yeah, sold this one again for my when my stuff was on sale. Sold for $22.49 plus shipping. So great little frame. Here are some French wine tasting cups. These are silver plated, made in France. One of them has a French saying on the end, and they are marked. They say France here, and then there is a hallmark right to the left at the top, but it's hard to read, so don't really know who that was. These I picked up at an estate sale where it was $10. Everything could fit in a bag, and we had a bag full of stuff for $10, and the first item we sold, we made our $10 back. So all of this is just kind of gravy money on that. So yeah, so that was a good sale. And let's see, here's another estate sale find. This one I went to in the beginning of March, one of the last estate sales I ended up being able to go to before everything shut down. But this is a Art Nouveau Avon sterling silver bowl. Obviously a very Victorian design. This was one of the first items I picked up when I came in to the sale. You come in through the garage into the kitchen, and right off the kitchen was the dining area with a built-in hutch. And when I saw a bunch of silver in the hutch, that was the first place I went to, because you know me, I like my silver. So I popped over there, found a couple sterling silver pieces. This was one of them, made a pile, and then they gave me a price. And I ended up paying just $3 for this item. And then I found 2 sterling silver spoons that they also gave me for $1 each. So for $5 I got this and 2 spoons. And I did have some other stuff, but that I don't have listed at the moment. But anyway, this was a great sale at $40 and plus shipping. So, and more of my personal die-cast collection. These are the Matchbox items. Again, sold during my sale. This I picked up at the bins as just a darling little hand-painted print. And I tried to find this artist. There's nothing on it. I do think it was just an amateur piece, but what a darling picture. She just really did a great job of capturing the feeling of the print, I thought. So anyway, so that sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Here is a set of whiskey glasses, cocktail glasses, whatever you want to call them, that were engraved NCR. These were new in the box. I bought these at a Goodwill store for I think $3.99, $2.99, something like that. And what I really liked about them is the bottom of the cup is embossed in a golf ball shape, so it pokes up into the cup. And you can still get these today, and they will custom engrave them. This company was called Sterling Glass Company, and out of, I believe, Ohio or Indiana. But this golf club, this was a country club this engraving, this NCR Country Club, and it's in Ohio. And so that's where I actually sold these two, and they got shipped to Ohio. So I don't know if it was somebody who belongs to the country club. I assume it was probably that. But again, I didn't make very much money off of these, but I was happy just to get rid of them at this point. And they were very heavy to ship. This is a aluminum tea set. My wife and I went to the St. Paul Goodwill outlet store, I don't know, I think in February sometime. And February, beginning of March, can't remember for sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. I found this, well, I found the sugar and creamer, and then I found the teapot, and then I searched forever till I finally found the lid for the teapot, so that was great. I don't know if the sugar bowl ever had a lid or not, but if it did, I never found it. But it has this beautiful engraving on it, and it was made by the Swan company, made in England. And what's fun is this teapot is actually going back to England. I sold it to a person in Wales, so that's exciting. They get to have their teapot back. I just started opening things up to international sales a couple months ago, and this is my second one, and both of them went to England for some reason, so that's cool. And last but not least were these set of watches I've been collecting. I picked some up at estate sales, at the bins, whatever. Again, none of them high-end, none of them fancy, exciting things. But I made a big mistake on these because somehow I had free shipping on here. So I ended up in the long run losing a couple dollars on these watches when I sold them. But I don't know how I did that, but it happens, and you just live with it and you go with it. And so I did, and shipped them off, and I'm just happy to have most of my money back. But anyway, so that's our April sales. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, feel free to share, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.